I used to come here a lot when I was a kid. Hope you're doing well and welcome to another video. As the title says, right now we are in my beautiful hometown in China called Beilun. And the reason why we're here is for my girlfriend to meet some relatives, mainly my grandparents. So to start things off, I'm gonna show Han some areas I used to visit a lot when I was a kid. I have two destinations in mind, and the first one is Beilun's Old Town. I used to come here a lot when I was a kid because this is where my great-grandparents used to live. I would say the main difference now compared to before is that it's a lot more empty here now, and many of the old buildings are starting to be removed. Han is not too impressed because she is Chinese, so she has already seen many similar things. Alright, next destination is gonna be Beilun's #1 park. And I like to visit this place at least once every time I'm back here. One of the reasons is because they have a nice little mountain here that can be climbed with a pretty good view. After a quick 10-minute climb, we have now made it to the top. And from here we can also get a pretty good view. I would also say that you have quite a bit of privacy up here. But as my girlfriend likes to remind me, when I'm with her I have no privacy. Everybody calm down. This was a woman who said it. If I, a man, said that, then all hell would break loose. People would call me a sexist, a pedophile, and an enemy of women. Which is all fine, because I know that's not true. We are just gonna sit here and relax a little bit. This time we are not gonna be staying at my grandparents' place. Instead, we are gonna be staying at a hotel, and here is a quick room tour. We are staying at a quite famous hotel brand called Radisson Blu, and this is my first time staying at one of their hotels. And we are gonna be here for 6 nights, which is the longest time I have ever stayed at one hotel. Overall, really nice hotel, and the price was around 400 yuan per night. The reason why we are not staying at my grandparents' place is to avoid conflict. This is my girlfriend's first time meeting them, so I think it's a good idea to give everyone a bit of room to breathe, because things can get a little bit emotional when family members are introduced. It can be that someone does something the other person doesn't like, and that puts them in a bad mood. Or maybe it is that someone has set expectations that were not met. Something like this happened last year when Han visited my family members in Sweden. so I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. I will happily pay a bit of money to avoid that. I think it's unfortunately quite common these days that people are very fast to judge things, and once they have made up their mind, they're not really willing to change, or they don't really question if the meaning they have applied to a situation is maybe wrong. In case you wonder, we met my grandparents yesterday and it went really well. Everyone get along really well. We had dinner together, we had lunch together, and then we talked a bit. And later today we are gonna have another dinner with some more family relatives. Here in China, it's quite common to bring gifts, and we brought some kiwis, nuts, and eggs. And the important thing is that the packaging looks good. So if you see these big boxes in China, now you know they are meant to be gifts. Besides the hotel we are staying at, there is this empty shopping mall. So I thought that I would just show it very quickly, since I think it's quite interesting. I remember that it was actually very busy here 10 years ago. All the shops were still open, but what happened was that COVID hit and Beilun lost a lot of its population, because a lot of the people who live here, they are workers from other cities, and when COVID hit, they had to go back home. And once it was over, they didn't come back. As a result, a lot of the stores closed down. So besides this empty shopping mall, based on my observation, right now there are also a lot of empty apartments here in Beilun. Or maybe they are full, but people are just trying to save electricity. It's a new day, and here is the plan. Beilun is part of a bigger city called Ningbo, with a population of around 10 million. So today we are gonna go and check out the big city. And our first destination is gonna be this old street food street. And according to my research, then this is one of the top things to do when visiting Ningbo. We are here on a Saturday and it is quite busy. So I did a bit of research, and this street is over 1,000 years old. Of course, it has been fixed and repaired a lot. Very nice street. I think we are gonna try something because there are many things that look promising. Next, we are gonna check out the city centrum a little bit. If you have watched any of my previous videos, then you know that I have already shown these places. But I'm gonna do that one more time today because it's pretty nice here. I will not talk too much. And the first place we're gonna check out is the drum tower they have here, which is famous for traditional buildings and street food. We are entering and we have entered. Next, we are gonna check out Ningbo's #1 square, and I have never seen it this busy here before. I think this is also known as the city centrum. It's been a long day today, and the last thing we are gonna check out is gonna be the riverside. The situation today, as you can see, is that there is quite a lot of pollution in the air. However, if you look at the weather app, it says that it's good today. So I don't know how reliable that is. I would not say that the air quality is good today. I can definitely feel a little bit of difference when breathing. But that's gonna conclude today's little adventure in Ningbo. Today we are gonna try out the breakfast buffet they have at the hotel, and it is a 5-star hotel, so I expect it to be pretty good. And to get as much value and enjoyment out of it as possible, I need to develop my appetite. And to do that, I'm gonna go for a quick walk. They actually have a really good gym at the hotel, but that one opens at 9. And the breakfast buffet closes at 10, so that's not gonna work. But I'm gonna be exploring a new part of Beilun, which I have never been to before. Time for breakfast, and I just had a look around and it looks pretty promising. They have a couple of different sections. There is a Chinese food section, dim sum section, fruit and vegetables, tofu section, fried food section, which I will most likely stay away from, and a pastry section, which I will also most likely stay away from. I will go and grab my first plate. I was able to find myself a very nice seat here. I want to end this video by sharing some thoughts regarding the difficulties of dating in China. So when it's just two people getting to know each other, then it's no problem as long as the two people get along well. I would even say that dating is very easy here in China because there are just so many things to do. However, the difficulties appear when the parents get introduced. It's very important that the person meets their requirements, and a lot of the time their requirements can be a bit outdated. For example, they must be from the right town, they must have gone to a good enough school, and they must have a job title that sounds good. In case you don't know, then many people in China, they like to compare a lot. And the three main areas to compare in is job, school and hometown. Many people in China, they just care so much of what others think of them, and I've heard it from many people where they say something like, oh, you can't do that because they will think this of you. Of course, the parents are also doing this because they care about you and they want you to do well in life. But the main idea is something like just being a good person is not good enough. They also need to have the right background. I think this way of thinking is a bit outdated, and I don't like it because our background is not entirely in our control. And the reason why the town is important is because that's a good way to guess how much the family members
in the other person's family makes. And money is important, of course, because having money means avoiding money-related problems in the future. In the West, I think it's that as long as the two people, they like each other and are mature, that's usually good enough. Of course, if the person you bring home is very low quality, then the parents are gonna be against it, which is a good thing. Overall, this was a very successful trip back to my hometown and there was no drama. Tomorrow we are gonna be going back to Shenzhen, so I think this is gonna be a good place to end this video. Thank you so much for watching and I wish you a very nice day. Bye bye.